Picture this. You've spent decades working hard, dreaming of the day you'd finally retire. No more early mornings, no deadlines, just freedom. Maybe you imagine traveling, gardening, or finally writing that novel. But what if I told you that retiring at 65, that milestone we're all told to aim for, could actually harm your health? Not just your finances, but your body, your mind, even your joy? Now, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to empower you. Because retirement isn't a one-size-fits-all decision, and today, we're uncovering 3 hidden risks that most people never talk about. Risks that could quietly chip away at your golden years if you're not prepared. Let's start with the first one, and trust me, it's not what you'd expect. The first risk: losing your sense of purpose. You see, work isn't just about a paycheck. For many of us, it's about structure, goals, feeling needed. Take my friend George. He retired at 65 from his job as a school principal, thinking he'd finally relax. But within 6 months, he told me, "I wake up feeling like a ghost. No one needs me anymore." And George isn't alone. A Harvard study tracked retirees for 10 years and found that those who lost their sense of purpose had a 50% higher risk of heart disease and depression. Why? Purpose isn't just emotional, it's biological. It lowers stress hormones, boosts immunity, even keeps your brain sharp. So, if you're retiring, ask yourself, what will replace that purpose? Maybe it's mentoring, volunteering at the library, or finally mastering watercolor. The key is to plan before you leave your job. George eventually started teaching chess to kids at the community center, and now he says retirement feels like a second act, not an ending. Now, the second risk is sneakier. Your brain might start to fade faster than you realize. Work isn't just tasks, it's problem solving, learning, adapting. When you retire, that mental workout often stops cold. Let me share a story. My cousin Linda retired from nursing at 65. She loved her job, the pace, the puzzles of patient care. But after retirement, her days became quiet. No more critical thinking, no new challenges. Within 2 years, she noticed her memory slipping. Names, dates, even recipes she'd made for decades. Her doctor called it cognitive rust. Here's the science. A University of Michigan study found that seniors who retire without replacing their mental stimulation lose cognitive function twice as fast as those who stay engaged. But here's the good news. You don't need a job to keep your brain active. Learn a language online, join a trivia club. Even something as simple as daily crossword puzzles can protect your mind. Linda started tutoring ESL students part-time, and now she's sharper than ever. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm exhausted. I've earned this rest. And you're right. Rest is vital. But rest without purpose or challenge, that's where the danger lies. This brings us to another hidden risk, one that's deeply tied to your physical health. Understanding this can make all the difference, and I'll share practical, joyful ways to avoid these pitfalls. Because retirement shouldn't be about surviving, it should be about thriving. Until then, grab a notebook and jot down one thing that gives you purpose. A hobby, a project, a person who needs you. Keep it close. We'll build on it next time. Because you're not done growing. Not even close. Now, let's talk about the third hidden risk. One that creeps in silently, often disguised as taking it easy. I'm talking about physical decline. You see, retirement isn't just about leaving a job. It's about leaving behind routines that kept you moving, whether it's walking to the office, lifting boxes, or even pacing during meetings. And when that movement stops, your body starts to pay the price. Take my neighbor Helen. She retired at 65 from her job as a librarian. No more shelving books, climbing ladders, or hustling to open the library doors. Within a year, she noticed her balance wasn't what it used to be. Then came the back pain, the stiff knees. Her doctor warned her, use it or lose it. And Helen's story isn't unique. A study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that retirees who don't replace work-related movement lose 30% of their muscle strength within 2 years. That's not just weakness. It's a gateway to falls, fractures, and loss of independence. But here's the twist. It's not about hitting the gym. It's about weaving movement into your day, just like Helen did. Helen started small. She traded her armchair for a gardening stool, planted tomatoes, and watered them twice a day. She joined a walking book club. Imagine discussing mysteries while strolling through the park. Within months, her strength bounced back. "I feel like I've got my body back," she told me. The science is clear. Just 20 minutes of daily movement, gardening, dancing, even folding laundry with gusto, can slash your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and arthritis. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. So, if you're retiring, ask yourself, how will I keep my body in the game? Maybe it's morning Tai Chi, walking the dog, or even volunteering at a local school. Your body craves motion, not rest. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm tired. I've earned the right to relax. And you're absolutely right. Rest is essential. But rest without movement is like a car left in the garage too long. It rusts. So, let's recap the 3 hidden risks we've uncovered: losing purpose, cognitive rust, and physical decline. These aren't inevitable. They're invitations to rethink what retirement really means. It's not an ending, it's a new beginning. A chance to design a life that keeps your mind sharp, your body strong, and your heart full. If you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start with one tiny change. Plant herbs on your windowsill. Call a friend for a walking chat. Dust off that crossword puzzle. Small steps build bridges to big transformations. And remember, retirement isn't a cliff, it's a horizon. And with the right tools, you can step into it with confidence, joy, and the quiet thrill of knowing the best is yet to come. Let's talk about reinvention. Not the kind that requires a fancy degree or a gym membership, the kind that starts with tiny, joyful choices. Because avoiding these 3 hidden risks isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about reimagining your plate. Let's break it down, one step at a time. Remember George, who felt like a ghost after retiring? His solution wasn't a grand gesture. It was a simple shift. He replaced his principal's desk with a chessboard. Now, he teaches kids at the community center every Tuesday. It's not about filling time, it's about filling your soul. So, if you're retiring, ask yourself, what makes me feel needed? Maybe it's babysitting grandkids, leading a neighborhood cleanup, or writing letters to soldiers overseas. Purpose doesn't have to be loud, it just has to matter to you. And Linda, who worried about her memory? She turned her kitchen into a classroom. Every Thursday, she tutors immigrants in English, over Zoom or in person. She says, "I'm not just teaching verbs, I'm learning about the world." Her brain's sharper now than when she was juggling hospital shifts. The lesson? Challenge your mind like it's a muscle. Learn to knit. Take a free online history course. Debate politics with your grandkids. Politely, of course. Your brain thrives on novelty, not routine. And Helen, who reclaimed her strength? She didn't join a gym. She joined a Dig in the Dirt club, a group of retirees who plant community gardens. They squat, stretch, and laugh their way through tomato rows. Helen says, "I'm stronger at 70 than I was at 60. The secret? Move with meaning. Dance while you vacuum. Take the stairs to visit a friend. Walk to the mailbox instead of driving. Your body doesn't care how you move, just that you do." Now, let's tie this all together. Retirement isn't about avoiding risks. It's about embracing possibilities. It's about trading "I have to" for "I get to." You've earned this chapter, but it's up to you to write it boldly. Start small. Pick one thing from this video: a purpose project, a brain game, or a movement ritual. Try it for a week. See how it feels. Then, add another. This isn't a race. It's a slow, joyful stroll toward the life you deserve. And if you're thinking, "But what if I fail?" Let me tell you a secret. There's no failing here. Only experimenting. Only living. My first retirement hobby was painting. Turns out I'm terrible at it. But those messy canvases, they taught me to laugh at myself again. And that's a win. So, what's next for you? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your plans. Let's inspire each other. And if this video resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's dreaming of retirement. Together, we're rewriting what it means to grow older, with purpose, strength, and a whole lot of joy. Here's to your next adventure. May it be your brightest yet.